After dealing with thousands of patients from all over the world, the work of Dr. Christine Gonzalez, as a doctor of naturopathic medicine with PhDs in natural health and holistic nutrition from Columbia University, is now moving more towards the treatment of chronic diseases, especially cancer. Trained in the United Kingdom and Germany in herbology, nutrition, and homeopathy, Dr. Christine has formulated natural food supplements and resistance boosters using herbs and plants indigenous to the Philippines. Her wealth of research and practice, spanning almost 25 years from North America to Europe, has shown a more effective and holistic way to treat cancer and other degenerative diseases. We hope that you will find her talk a very important and eye-opening one.
I'm going to explain what are synthesized ingredients, because I think this it is very important that we start on a right foot, so that if you can answer, I don't sell, I do not know how to sell, but when people talk to me about the product, after a while I feel bad because like they're buying almost everything, but I did not. So I said, I did not mean to talk to you about it to sell, just because you asked me questions, so I explained. But sometimes they have to write like $30,000 to $50,000 peso check, and I feel bad. So if you go to my clinic, I'm always hiding. I don't. I try not to be there unless they have a consultation, because I don't feel that I should make them get a lot of things. So we don't have a synthesized ingredient. If we follow synthesization, is that what the pharmaceutical company does is that if they, like turmeric, they cannot patent turmeric because it's a plant source, and so what they will do is to copy it using synthetic ingredient that is synthesized. Synthesized ingredient is cheaper to manufacture because they don't have to extract them from natural sources. They just buy the chemical and then we go ahead and put them together. But the effects attained by a chemically synthesized compounds are roughly almost the same as the natural ones, especially on a short term. Temporarily, yes, you're going to have the result, but the side effects are not the same. Normally, when we synthesize, when we have an ingredient that is a fake ingredient, that is synthesized ingredient, it causes a lot of trouble in our body because we're not machine. Human beings are created by God so specially that even if we are now in a cloning era, we still, it's difficult. We have few GMO babies in the U.S. We have few genetically modified babies in the U.S. But we do not know. Like I know a lot of women. I never actually specialized on fertility, but I have today, as of today, I have 17 babies in the Philippines. Meaning that these are people that did not come to me for the baby because I'm not really an OB-GYN. But they, I work on them on different problem, and they conceive. I mean, like I have one patient specifically. She owns the only French restaurant in Boracay. 10 doctors in France said that she will never have a baby. So she did not come to me. She came to me because she wanted to lose weight. But then after 2 months, she came back pregnant. And now I think the boy now is 9 years old. So it's our body is programmed the same. We cannot. It's actually if we can make it not to take anything that's synthetic. The supplements that we have are not made from natural ingredients because they are better tolerated, especially by the liver. The liver is the one that really refuses synthetic ingredients. And what are the synthetic ingredients that we normally take? The aspartame. Aspartame is your artificial sugar. If we take them continuously, we're really going to have a problem with the liver. We will have fatty liver. So I'm done with M+. This is the second product. This is, I feel sad with this news. It came out January 7, just a few days ago, that obesity now causes 500 million cancer a year worldwide. So this is your weight winner. This is for weight loss. I'm very hesitant to. But you guys are not even I'm not really going to be talking about this weight loss thing. But the reason why I put this together is because the 85% of chronic diseases right now are caused by overweight. Not so much in the Philippines. Like, I write at PDI, at the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and I wrote 15 articles at PDI. Before I leave tonight, I'm going to give you the link for it. You can download all the articles. I have 15 articles on PDI about weight loss. If you master them, you'll be able to sell this. I did not mention this at all, but the study, you know what I mean? The research, the facts, what is going on? Why do we have so much people that are overweight? So the brand of them, this I think on Nayangu is winner. Because it's actually from our product, it is weight winner. It's a natural weight loss. It is an organic whole foods weight loss supplement that promotes natural weight loss. Now, ingredient number 1, it has 69 antioxidants. It helps with weight loss and prevent heart problems.
Good.
Because most of the time, if you're taking weight loss supplements, drugs, you will have heart palpitation. The reason why Herbalife had so much lawsuit is because of their weight loss supplement. They added mahuang, I think, and it's a Chinese herb that causes heart condition. The second ingredient has 59 phytonutrients. It boosts metabolism, causing the body to burn more fats and calories, stimulates the body to burn fat faster, and converts the fat into energy. So hopefully, this is just actually the preliminary class that we have. After that, I would like to teach you more about, because there should be a basis for this before we get into the product. But I was only given 1 hour, so I thought I'll make the most of what we can together. The ingredient number 3 is that it decreases the appetite, reduces water retention, and increases the metabolism rate. Ingredient number 4 is another anti-suppressant appetite. It works well with overall weight loss program. Number 5, it is healthy. It makes our hypothalamus healthy. See, the weight loss is not really just the weight. We have to know what is deeper. Hypothalamus, the part of the brain, is really one of the main thing that we have to work on so that we will be successful in losing weight. We have we have a lot of patients. That's why we put this together. That really came from Cohen, from all the diets, the fat diets that you can ever think of. But 97 of fat diet never work. It will work for a few months. After that, you gain back the weight and you gain more than the previous one. So if you if you guys really master each product, you don't have to talk much. People will get it. So these are the benefits of the weight winner. It works with any diet or exercise plan. If you have somebody that's doing Cohen, they can still use this. It helps lose 30 to 45 pounds in 90 days combined with healthy diet and exercise. It promotes healthy and lean muscle. It helps control appetite and decreases hunger, and it reduces body fat. I know that this is fast, but I think I've given this to Amar, to the office, that I think they're going to put them online that you can upload. Are we still okay? Yes. I know there's so much to absorb, but I've given them the materials. It boosts your immune system. That's the good part. Yes. You cannot lose weight and you sacrifice your health, because after that you go back to the hospital, the doctor gets upset with you, you can eat everything again, and then you go back to square one. Yeah. Efficiently increases metabolism. It helps your body burn calories more efficiently. It contains powerful antioxidant that fights and neutralizes free radicals. It helps maintain normal blood sugar. Yeah. This is our story. This is John Reyes. In 2010, he was 330 pounds.
Wow.
I don't think I have to say anything. You know, he is an endocrinologist. He is the expert on weight. He is the expert on diabetes. He is the expert on because he is internal medicine. Actually, he works with us. Before he doesn't work for us. He used to work with Maddox, with Manila doctors. But he came when we met. He was depressed. He wanted to die. His cholesterol was high. His blood sugar was high, and he never wants to practice. But now he's back to practice. He lost that much weight, and he's not weak. He just looks like different, from the first one. He looks different. Okay. So the reason why I put together the weight winner and the Gluco, I think the Gluco is for Nayangu. I think it's balanced. In 2008, the Bohong Standard reported, I think Standard is a magazine newspaper, that 1 out of every 5 Filipinos living in the Philippines have diabetes. We call them the silent killer. Every 30 seconds, a limb is lost due to diabetes. The disease affects almost 371 million worldwide. Actually, the Philippines should not be in this situation. What I feel so bad is young people. Chronic disease is a disease of the old people. When we reach the age of 65, 70, not the young ones when they, sometimes a lot of them haven't even had a family. Yeah. Young people should have their lives. It should not be like injecting insulin or taking medication, and after that their kidneys collapse because of elevated blood sugar. Clinically, Gluco Balance Plus is clinically studied and proven to balance blood sugar levels. It supports optimum glucose metabolism, it boosts the immune system, significantly improves glucose tolerance without increasing blood levels of insulin. This one I'm talking about type 2 diabetes, because we have two kinds of diabetes. The type 1 is this is the adult onset. This is when it's supposed to be adult. But remember the last time that we were together, I have a 7-year-old boy with high blood sugar, high cholesterol. Yeah, but that boy only took very little stuff, and in 1 month time, everything went back to normal. I just kind of fixed the food. But this one, it helps even type 1 diabetes. Sometimes it does not remove totally the insulin, but it still helps. It helps provide the nutrition needed to beat insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. It counteracts the process of cells being destroyed by the immune system in type 1. Because like in type 1 diabetes, you have to continuously take the autoimmune immunosuppressant drugs, meaning it has to suppress the immune system. It's the same as when you have a transplant, you have to take the immunosuppressant so that there is no rejection. It helps maintain healthy liver and pancreas. Local Balance Plus is a potent organic blend of proven anti-diabetic botanicals. Research and clinical studies shows that Local Balance Plus not only exhibits a potent blood sugar lowering effect, but also has strong liver triglyceride lowering activities. That means that it's not just I would like to repeat what I said last November 29. You guys, if somebody in this room is taking medication, please do not take out your medicine without at least telling me or the doctor. Because it's very dangerous to take out your insulin, your metformin, if you don't know how to transition. But we're very successful in helping people. I have had patients from Stanford Hospital, this is in California, that are on 190 units of insulin, and in 2 months' time, 0 insulin. It's not, what do you call them? I cannot watch that when I said that I have no power to give the patient. It's because I cannot watch the patient 24 hours. I send them, I talk to them and I send them home. That's the reason why they get all the credit. It's because they work. So if you would like to take any of this, that is the reason why I feel that I have to teach everybody on this one. It's because it's dangerous. These drugs, these supplements are very potent. They're very effective. If you are taking medication and you take this supplement, it's going, let's say that you're taking metformin. If you're taking metformin and you take the Local Balance, your blood sugar can go down really low. So we have to learn how to do it. We have to make sure that we, I've given them the initial information, and maybe we work together, the group, that we can do the Q&A, so that we can, for each product, so that it's easy for you guys to access them. Let's say, we can form the Q&A. Like if you have questions, you can email me or you can email Nayangu. It's easier, and they can email it, they can give it to me, so that we can formulate together, we can put together the Q&A. Because it's difficult, if I have 1,000 people asking questions, although I get about 200 to 300 email every article that I have. But even then, so that for my article, we put together a Q&A. We have a Q&A, so that we can publish the most important questions that are the concerns of people that are most common. So Local Balance Plus helps increase production of beta cells by the pancreas, thereby improving the body's ability to produce and release insulin. At the same time, it increases the number and activity of insulin receptors. Are we still okay?
Yes.
Now we're going to the last one on the supplement. The Unicell is the Rolls Royce of all the supplements. The Rolls Royce. This is the Rolls Royce this is the Rolls Royce of the supplement. It was, you guys were just in time, because I was going to produce this for a company to buy. But Rosemary and I went back 14 years ago. She's one of my first friends in the Philippines. We met. Actually, I put the intro. I wrote the intro. That's going to be on your website, because I have a blog. It's Dr. C's Health blog on your site. I wrote an intro. I felt like, something like very happy and writing it, that after so many years, there was a gap, like maybe 5 years, not really, that we see each other, because like every event that we have in the Philippines, she was always there. But when she went back to the US and I went to Europe, we kind of, we did not see each other, but we always email each other. And then so I wrote an intro. So before, we were just looking at the mechanics of it. That's when Rosemary talked to me. That's when, what do you call them? I went ahead and decided that I need to do that. Because this Unicell is actually our #1 remedy for my conservation. That's the reason why, what do you call them? I know that there's a lot in the market. A lot of people go crazy with the stem cell. And there's a lot, and I feel very bad because like it's really very expensive. Because the market is very huge. I don't take supplements because I drink juices. But when I'm really tired, like because I work, like I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you call them? I take 1 Unicell. That's all I take. And sometimes I make sure that I don't take them after 3 o'clock because when I do, I can't sleep. It gives me so much energy. Like if we're talking about, I'm very honest because I'm not a business person. If we're talking about M+ and Unicell, what do you call them? You will have to take 3 M+ to be able to get 1 Unicell. But the M+, I said, if you eat well and you're eating healthy, the M+ is more than enough. But if there is a condition that's chronic, like this is the food of my states for conservation that stays with us for 28 days. This is the only thing. I mean, they give them soup and juices, but this is really the main one. But it's not on your capsule. I give it to them tablespoons. Really high dose. Unicell is the super nutrition that safely helps the body heal itself. Let me tell you a little bit. I'm aiming into the medical part because I cannot just give you really what the supplement is. What is a stem cell? A stem cell is produced by our own body. It's not from out there. It is inside. Remember that. I think if you remember what I said before, that God has given us everything. A complete human being, a complete healthy human being. But we abuse ourselves. So our body, specifically our bone marrow, produces the stem cell. Stem cells are, I'm sure that you're familiar with wild card. When you play card, there's a wild card. Yeah. Stem cell is a wild card of our system. If once it's released, if I have a problem in my heart, the stem cell will go to my heart, and that cell will become that stem cell will become a heart cell. It repairs, it sacrifices, it makes it gives up their lives for us to be able to be well again. Yeah, that is, that's the simplest that I can explain stem cell. So what they do, that you pay $80,000 per treatment, the hospitals, because the guy that trained them, the Philippine doctors, is a friend of mine, Dr. Sam Bernal. He was with UCLA for a long time. It's $80,000 for every 6 weeks that you have to pay. And I know a few doctors that had a cancer and had a stem cell and they didn't make it. So we have to nurture, we have to nourish, we have to take care of what we have, because every part of our body is precious. So what do you call them? That's why we said therapy, because it's not really going to replace your stem cell, but the Unicell will make your stem cell, the cell, live longer so that they will have more time to repair. And it helps our body produce more stem cell. but actually everything, like, I think I talked about it, about the glutathione. You know, I've been asked 5 years ago by so many companies that are, and I gave a lecture at the UNO, the networking, and then they had a fight with the owners. They separate, and they one goal, they became the UNO stays, and the cousin became one goal. You know, they wanted me to put together skincare that has, I mean, a supplement with skincare that has glutathione. And then so I argue with them. What do you call them? I'm never going to do it, I told them. I'm never, and then so when Amar told me that, I think Rosemary, but people like glutathione, even the Dubai people, I said no, I don't do anything that's going to temper what God has put together. So, but then, do you know that I came up with, because I have a lot of network of doctors, specifically in Europe. We're coming up with whitening cream, a whitening cream and a whitening soap. But it's not really going to whiten you like you become like really white. No, it's not. I'm still the same. I will never produce anything that's going to hurt any single person. So if ever we come up with that, it's because we use an enzyme, a plant enzyme that somebody put together that I'm going to incorporate in our stuff. So we have the Unicell supports the release and activity of stem cells to maintain optimum health, beauty, vitality, and longevity. This is what I've already explained. It slows down aging and increases energy. It provides high quality, complete protein, more dense and digestible than any animal-derived protein. Unicell is 68% more protein than beef. That's the reason why, even if my stage 4 cancer patients, we give it, I take them out from any animal protein, no meat, no dairies. That's our protocol. So that is the reason why we give this to them, because they will never be, you know, I had just sent home a patient that's stage 4, and I was questioning my nurse, how come that she only lost 2 pounds? We don't, you know, even if we put them on liquid diet, you know, they really don't lose, because sometimes they're already really very thin. So we make sure that they don't lose so much. It rebuilds the nerve tissue in the brain and throughout the body. Supplies all known B vitamins, including vitamin B12, that is almost never found in plants. B12 is supplied by meat, by animal protein, by animals. But Unicell has it. This superfood is called, we call them the perfect food for the human body. That's the reason why I said this is the Rolls Royce of all the supplements. Yeah. High content of vitamins A, C, and E, and it includes microminerals, which is the calcium, magnesium, zinc, potassium, and trace minerals, which is really important for health. Omega-3 fatty acids, including GLA and mucopolysaccharides. This is it's very rich in nucleic acid. It repairs the RNA and the DNA, and it has you know, malunggay is 9 times more chlorophyll. I mean, the M plus is 9 times more chlorophyll than wheatgrass. 9 times more. Yes. Oh yeah. You know, I just don't talk anything against anybody. But because if I do, a lot of people will not be able to sell their product. Yeah. And I would like to make sure that everybody has a chance and let them find out what is going on. But just, I would like to share, because like if they argue with you, no, M plus is 9 times more chlorophyll than the wheatgrass. Yeah. And it repairs in that what do you call them? And it repairs. That's why it has a DNA repair. The Unicell. Now we're on the Bugz out. The south. After this, only one. Yeah. I think the one that's coming down is this one. The mini, we call them mini, which is 30 ml, and the 50 ml. This came about because I got dengue. One day I'm going to have you a copy of my book, Dengue Fever on the Rise. That book came from my disease. I almost didn't make it in the Philippines. I thought I was going to die. But maybe God said, go back. You have so much things to do. So, because like I was already in and out. I was already, hallucinating. Except that I had a really good hallucination because of the high fever. Every time I close my eyes, I see rainforest. You know, it's beautiful rainforest. And then so I made it a point. And then so I started working with barangay community. When I first came to the Philippines, I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but my patients were the richest 20% of this country. I didn't feel good about it because we actually came to serve. And then so I think that's the reason why I got the dengue is because when we went to barangay, that's when I learned that a lot of children died. Because the parent, the mother will say, oh, lagnat na. But then they did not know, that's why I came up with a book. And we have posters that we put in barangays. What do you call them? I just feel very sad when we went to one of the barangay in Quezon City because the barangay chair thought that we have to give them money so that they can endorse. So I left. I told them that no, because this is really for the poor. We're not charging anything. So anyway, this is a prevention because I have a community in Palawan, the Tagbanwas. So we test them on the malaria. For malaria. Because like a lot of foreigners are so scared to go to Palawan because of malaria. But it's, what do you call them? So it protects and prevents and controls dengue and malaria. It is an all-natural organic insect repellent, effective on mosquitoes, black flies, sand fleas, and other pests. You know the sand fleas? It was not included before. We never intended to be there. But it's being used by the beach and Boracay, not just Boracay, but in Palawan, the El Nido. Yeah, because of the nickname. Yeah. Yeah, they're, what do you call them? And just to let you know, all schools in the Philippines require the children, I think, I'm not sure if it's high school included, elementary schools to have off at the start of the year. So all the kids, that's why we came up with that, the minis. Yeah, it's, because like it's a requirement. So if you know schools, you be able to get your products out. What do you call them? This is it. This is one. Yeah. So because like you can use them anywhere you are. It does single application, keeps bugs away for hours. Yet this is very safe for the skin and environment. I'm never going to talk about this one if we did not have an experiment. I work with UPLB. On 6 months, we breed dengue mosquitoes. We put together 5,000 dengue, we raised them from egg. And then, so we have a lot of pictures of them. If we're going to put them online. Because like, we apply them, you know, I feel really sorry when we have all those guys because we get the local guys. And then we put them in a box. And then a lot of mosquitoes that's in it, and then some do not have the bugs out. And I mean, one arm have bugs out, the other one do not have. And I feel very sorry because there are all of them are, but they're not going to get dengue because we breed them really. It took us 6 weeks to breed the mosquitoes before we started the experiment. This is, Bugz Out is the only insect repellent in the Philippines that has studies and have FDA. I cannot understand even human nature. They're selling, because anytime that you claim that there's an insect or a bug, you have to get an FDA, you have to get the studies, you have to have scientific studies. I cannot understand why they can sell them without the license. We're the only ones that did. It took me 2 years before we got them. 2 years, and I have to sell my home. We live very simple. I think Rosemary knows. Normally, I just have a sleeping bag. But I had a 1-bedroom home. I have to let go of it because of Bugz Out. Because we did not know that the UP Manila is supported by all. So we keep on testing. I mean, we tested with them 3 times, and they always reject our product. And then on the 3rd one, and that's when we decided to go to UPLB. They did not work with us, and then that's when we found out that gives them money every month. So yeah. It was a lot of tears, a lot of things. So what is the difference between this? Because we compared, we had, it's okay. I can be honest. We had off on our one side, and we have the Bugz Out on one side. It's a part of our test. So that it has, the other one has a poison. It kills the DEET. It has DEET, has D. It kills brain cells. It is neurotoxic. That that means the nerves, it affects your nerves. And if you put this in your babies, it's very toxic. But I talk to mothers because we did a study on this one. The mothers will say that, what can we do, Christine? Either we take a chance of having a dengue that maybe my child will die. It's true. Yeah. It damages the kidney and the liver. It is an irritant. It can have birth defects. It causes cancer. It can be an endocrine disruptor. Will actually melt and dissolve most plastic as well as rayon and spandex. So if you have this, if it can dissolve a plastic, it can really harm your skin. Remember that the skin is the biggest organ. Whatever we put in our skin will get inside. So that is that, and then so this is not my word. This is the word of Dr. Javier that I work with. He did not say this because I asked him. I never asked him to give me this word. The results show that Bugz Out is as effective as the leading brand with DEET in providing 100% repellency against dengue mosquito immediately after application on human skin and at 4 hours after treatment. The last one. Is this supposed to be only for women? It's okay, because when you go home, you can tell your beloved that there is something as the Nayangu is coming up with. So this is, I think this is a partner supposed to be of your intimate spray. The blossoms. Yeah. And then so it's a gentle and all-organic formula that prevents and reduces occurrences of vaginal infection. We've been using this, I think it's been out there for like more than 10 years. And the Association of Gynecology in the Philippines told us, asked me if I can produce them commercially. I think the guy that was selling the Bugz Out before, because he used to be the a marketing director of Unilab. Even Unilab wanted this. because they have a pH balance and the pH care that had really have problems even if they already got Sharon connected indoors. Yeah, they had really problems selling it. Yeah. And then but I couldn't work with Unilab. Not that I don't like them. It was just they're so difficult. You know, they wanted me to give them everything, the formula. I told them no. This formula belongs to the Filipino people. It should not be, because like once they have it, they can do whatever they want to do with it. And then they tamper. That's why I prayed for 3 months before I said yes to this what do you call the venture. Because I don't want these things to get into their own hands. Because if we are good in selling, we can be millionaires. You know, the lab, but because we don't know how to do it, and I don't want to get into that. Because like if I feel that if I'm going to worry about money, that I will not be effective in helping people. So it's a proven antiseptic, bactericide and fungicide. Our feminine douche destroys all harmful bacteria that can cause yeast infection and other gynecological diseases. It rehydrates, soothes tight and dry skin, and leaves the skin feeling clean, smooth, supple, and intimately fragrant. This statement actually is for the menopausal women. Our problem is there's so much dryness. You will never experience it after this. Because 70% of the main active one, 70% of the ingredient is organic VC. So what do you call them? It's I think few women had them, and I think Rosemary's been using it since we put them together. What else? I think that was done. God bless you all.